over to you, Becca.
Hi, everybody. I am thrilled to be sharing with you our July broadcast, our webinar that is going to really revolutionize and help you to align your mind and heal your health. That is what I do. I am Becca T-Bon. I am the founder of Becca T-Bon Fit, and I went from sickly most of my life to being a super healthy, dedicated diva helping others like you regain their health and live more of a soul-centered, happy life. And in my mid-40s, it all changed. Now in my early 50s, I have taken my message globally. I'm a certified holistic health coach. I'm a certified personal trainer and group exercise instructor. I enjoy doing fitness modeling, health writing, as well as authoring and an international speaker. I love traveling around. I've helped hundreds shed their baggage, regain their health, and release weight, chronic pain, asthma, and poor relationships with food, people, places, and things, while gaining healthy lifestyle habits using science-based strategies. Today, we are going to activate your healthiest, happiest, and best life together using my proprietary interactive flow decoder. I am so excited to share this with you. We are going to decode your personal essential profile and help you discover the specific areas that may be contributing to either your physical or your emotional imbalances, stresses, and challenges. We're going to unlock the secrets to your best and healthiest life ever. What I have found, my friends, is it doesn't matter how many diets people went on, how many squats they did, how many ab crunches they did, if I changed their food, if I didn't change the mood and the thought in their minds, we went back. And so what I want to show you is how you can optimize your brain and your body to enhance your business and your life. And it's not scrolling. Shoot. Pardon me as I just need to change my navigation. Okay. So we're going to introduce you to the one big universe where we all have the privilege of sharing together. And today I am privileged to be sharing this with you. I believe everything in order to move forward is all about actions. Wouldn't you agree? Well, we're going to be giving you lots of simple actions today and strategies to help you. As a matter of fact, I love gifts and I love to give gifts. So I am going to be sharing with you some amazing presents today. How would you like to, first of all, get 5 daily healthy habits that changed my life and have changed all of my clients? Even doing just one of these will change your life and your health. Then I'm going to give you and share with you the action guide to helping you exchange your habits. It's all about our habits and their thoughts that we have inside of us. I'm going to also be giving you a food combining chart and showing you the simplicity of movement. You know, some people call it exercise, some people call it workout. I want to take the work out of it and make it fun for you. And then lastly, I'll be giving you the app that I have, my mobile app, Becca T-Bon Fitness, where you can connect with me and see all the different events and journaling if you want to go diving deeper into this. And if you haven't been to my website yet, beccatbon.com, you can just click there when we're all done and get a free weight loss and cleanse ebook. So let's continue. I am going to share with you my flow decoder, which helps us to identify the adversities and things that are going on within us. We all have adversities. Some people call them, some people call them excuses. These are the things that I was born with or things that occurred during my young life all the way through my 40s. Most of this happened just into my early teens. And as you can see, I don't really own any of these, but I like to call my white elephants to the table. I like to party with them instead of shunning them. For years, I put all of them beside me, and I was embarrassed by them. So I didn't focus on my message and on my purpose and on my passions. But today it's a different story. And I invite you to really analyze the things that are not going well or have not gone well in your life. Own them, dismantle them, and turn them into advantages. So I'm going to share with you some of my titles, and not that I'm all about, bragging about things that I've done, but I think it's important for you to know who it is that's here and how I'm qualified to be sharing some of these things with you. I've gone through many certification programs, as well as obviously living the life, born into wellness and then challenging it so that I myself am a healthy, striving, strong individual in mind, body, soul, spirit. I do a lot of volunteerism. I'm big in my community. I love to be part of a prayer groups, and advocate green living. Very simple. It does not have to be complicated. But the biggest thing that I discovered through all of this is you've got to have a why. And so I want to ask you, what is your why? As you can see here, my why are 3 X's. All I ever wanted was one little guy in my life, and I ended up being blessed with 3 amazing little goddesses that have taught me so much. If it wasn't for them, I really would not be here. But what they taught me was we get to create our world, design our days, and write our futures. And it is about motivation, what gets you started. I get that. I don't really tout myself to be a motivating speaker. And I don't even tout myself really to be an inspirational speaker. What I hope today is to show you how to aspire higher, and that changing habits will keep you going. Motivation will get you to the starting line. Inspiration will keep you going for a little while. But changing your habits, and changing habits is said to be done in 21 days. I can share with you in 30 days how we nail them shut. So today I'm going to teach you a little bit about being your own health and happiness sleuth. We're going to look at some of the clues that are going on in your life by looking and decoding your own flow, and then finding out the areas that are of the lowest vibration. I'm going to be giving you 5 daily healthy habits, as I promised earlier, that are going to optimize your body and mind and fire you up for your business. Benjamin Franklin said, your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains, listen to this, after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. I don't know, I think Benny's kind of smart there. Your net worth to the world. That means what your purpose and passion is. It's what you're here for. Determine after your bad habits are subtracted. So let's decide right here and right now. It's time to delineate those things that are not serving us. So here's 5 daily healthy habits. These are things that I do on a daily basis, without par, always. And I can tell you, when I got complacent and I stopped doing some of them, things shifted. As a matter of fact, I just walked out of and changed back into a healthier lifestyle. For the last 10 months, I went through some crazy chronic pain. And as a result of that, stopped working out, stopped doing my daily regimen, or habits, right? I stopped doing my lemons. I stopped doing my apple cider vinegar. I wasn't in the mindset. And what happened was I gained 8 pounds and went from 18% to almost 26% body fat in just 10 months. That's ridiculous, right? So I did the converse. In 3 weeks, after making up my mind and being focused and dedicated, I completely changed it back. I am now down 3% body fat in just 3 weeks. I dropped 4 pounds, and I am back onto a stronger, healthier mindset and goal set. And I'm here to help you do exactly the same. So the first thing I do every morning, before I even open up my eyes, I just breathe. I awaken and just let myself be. It's not about what you're going to be doing. So you don't want to just be a doer. Sometimes you just have to be a being. And so I set my affirmations, such as I am happy, I set my intention, which is non-negotiable. For me, that is going on to this whole process of my 5 daily habits. They are now non-negotiable. I have written them in stone. They are next to my table, my nightstand, and I go to sleep looking at them, and I wake up with them. I want you to set yourself as a non-negotiable asset in your life. How many people out there go into their day and something comes up, somebody comes up, and they have to change out their workout or what they planned on doing for themselves only to satisfy somebody else? A dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment, a business appointment, something for our kids. Now listen, I know life happens and I get that, but you have to set yourself as non-negotiable. What I found is making myself non-negotiable first thing in the morning, giving myself 30 minutes before anything else happens. And I know for some of you guys, you go to sleep so late, your days are so long, it sounds crazy to do 30 minutes. So start with 15, but get started. I also want to step into this affirmation bit a bit for you. When I was at my lowest, dullest, darkest point, saying I am happy did not really, it was a complete contradiction from where I was. I was anything but happy. And if you are anything but happy or anything but fit or any of the affirmations that you want to own, replace it and say, I am ready to receive happiness. Today, I am ready to receive. And I'm going to instruct you on gratitude because gratitude is one of the #1 sources. Gratitude is within all of us. It is within you. And gratitude is a two-way flow of appreciation between your thanks and your uplifting response that makes you feel better in response. And we can do this through meditation, we can do this through thought, we can do this through journaling. Gratitude opens the door to more relationships, it improves health, improves psychological health, it improves and enhances and reduces your aggression and your negative manners and behaviors. It improves self-esteem, if that's not enough. So I'm going to be sharing with you how that can be changed, again, in just 30 days. Again, at my darkest spot. Whether you're at your rock bottom or just sliding down into that never-ending puddle, gratitude is one of those things that will lift up your vibration. We're going to start our days with healthy water and lemon. I love adding apple cider vinegar and cinnamon. You can see my little recipe here. I schedule myself in as non-negotiable. I make sure I have enough adequate water, at least half my body weight in water. And I make sure that I'm eating to live, not living to eat. I was doing that. I found myself going to sleep at night and having that 10 o'clock, 10:30 snack because I was up so late. So eating on a frequent basis, resetting your metabolism, even doing intermittent fasting, there's lots of ways to do that, but to be non-complicated, I do Wednesdays, I do all fruit, I do shakes and smoothies and juicing. And that's how I do it. I give my body a rest from having to metabolize and digest all that. I use moringa, which is one of the most amazing, all-natural, plant-derived. I mean, there's no compounding, nothing else done to it. They use this entire plant in this moringa, in this company that I use. And then I make sure I have 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. You can lose weight just using 2 tablespoons of coconut oil a day. As a matter of fact, one of my clients' husbands overheard me sharing that with her. He started doing it, and he lost 4 pounds in 1 month just by doing that. So here's your gratitude guide, guys. It's simple. You want better relationships with yourself and others. You want to improve your health, your psychological, your mental strength, increase your empathy, and reduce your aggression, to sleep better, feel better about yourself, and mental strength. So I'm going to be introducing you later in this to my 30 days of gratitude and how this all comes together for you. I'd like you to understand that it's patterns in our life that affect our well-being. And the good news is they're changeable. What's happening for you that you're incorporating into your life is completely changeable if you want to. And what I help you do is close the gap between your actual self and your ideal self. The actual self is what you're doing on a daily basis. It is your natural habits that you're engaging with now. But as you can probably attest, and you will see in just a few minutes, those habits are not leaving you with a wheel that is flowing full. The ideal self is what you want to be. It's where you see yourself. And the gap between that is the place that causes us to feel unhappy and have low vibration. So when we look in the mirror, we're not really completely satisfied with ourselves. It's not necessarily about other people and places. It's not about what you don't have. It's about what you're ideally looking for. And I'll share that with you. Well-being in the workplace, this entire idea transfers into the employee well-being. You yourself, if you're an employee, you'll be a stronger emotional employee. You'll be able to bring in better financial decisions and have a stronger competitive edge. And if you're listening to this webinar right now, as an employer, you can be bringing on better leadership within your company. You'll have an ability to have better management, measuring tool, and improve the individuals, the teams, and overall organization from the individual to the bottom line. Doesn't that sound great? So here we are with a flow decoder. This is the process that I have developed that is instrumental. There are 5 different areas to well-being: our lifestyle, our health style, creative style, relationship style, and our soul style. Looks like it fell off the chart here. And each one of these things, I had pinpointed 10 specific areas that can test into somebody's personal well-being, that flows between their ideal self, their ideal self and their actual self. So what is the definition of insanity? Most people say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Well, I agree. And women, if insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, then I guess I'm going to stop cleaning the house, because with 3 girls in my house, I can't keep it clean. All right, I hope you enjoyed my little joke. But here's where we get into the nitty-gritty. This is called a food plate. This is something that I learned when I was going through one of my health coaching courses. And they use these tools from creativity, finances, career, education, health, physical activity, home cooking, home environment, relationships. You can see all these: spirituality, joy, social life, and relationships. They use these tools, these pie charts, as a tool to measure how somebody felt about themselves. And we're going to do that for you in just a moment. This is an example of one of my initial clients. You can see on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best, and the best being a wheel flowing fully and expanded completely. And I got to tell you, out of all people I've ever coached, out of the top entrepreneurs, business people, and myself, nobody's life flows with 100% balance. And that's why I call it the flow wheel, because balance is something that we can't attain. And if it's something that you can't have, I say, why go after something you can't have? But what you can have is flow, and learning how to flow better in your life. So within 90 days, the client's wheel that looked like this then looked like this. And you can see how this would greatly improve her feeling. It improved her well-being. It improved the way she felt about herself. It improved the way she was dealing with others. During this time, we did some life coaching and health coaching, and she really picked up her pace. This is one of the best results I've ever had. But since this, I started to go a little bit deeper into those 5 main areas. So here, my friends, I am going to share with you the flow decoder, the life code, the health code, the creative code, relationship code, and soul code. What I did was I took a few examples out of each one of these areas, Now remember, each one really has 10 as I've depicted it, so we can get really down and deep. I do not believe in peeling back the onion. I believe in being a machete, going in, having our last pity party, our cry with you, and then it's time to cheer and celebrate all that you are. I'd like you to, if you do not have this, if you did not download this from your email, go ahead and make yourself a circle and divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to take a line and take it down the middle, and then you're going to take a line perpendicular to that and go straight across. And then take 2 more lines across it so that you end up with 12. The first one, we're going to write home environment. Now this is kind of objective. However you depict your home environment, whether you're single and you wish that there was somebody in there, or the beautification, if you wish it was a different color and decorated better, or that you were just living in a different place entirely. The way that you depict any of these areas is purely your own thought process. But I want you to go ahead and label it from a 0 to a 10 and put a dot there. 5 being the middle, 10 being the best, and 0 meaning you are not happy at all, completely dissatisfied. So you're going to go ahead and rate it. You're going to go ahead and do the same thing with your financial stability. So write financial stability and rate that 0 to 10. 10 on the outside, 0 not great at all. Your career, where are you in your career? If you're retired, that's fine. Where were you at the end of your career? Is there anything new that you want to do? You can replace even any of these areas within my 10 areas. But for today, right now, if you're not working, if you're retired, you can write something else that works in your life code, such as your own personal style. Then we're going to go over to health code, and we're going to write fitness activity. I usually get people on this one. People usually want to be more active than they are. They think they should be more active than they are. So if you think you should be more active, go ahead and rate yourself on that one. Let's move on to healthy eating. How are you doing with your healthy eating? Are you drinking the right amount of water? Are you eating properly? Are you getting your fiber, your fat? Do you even know what that looks like? If you yourself are not feeling healthy on the inside, if you feel like you're eating too much fried food, sweet food, crunchy, salty food, go ahead and weight yourself accordingly. We got you covered on them, so don't worry. And then sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? Do you sleep through the night? Do you wake up with pensive thoughts? Do you wake up with anxiety? Do you have a hard time even falling asleep? Do you wake up several times to go to the restroom? All this indicates an unhealthy sleep pattern, which really messes with your mindset more than you know, and messes with your hormones, your weight loss, your strengthening, and how you go about your day. So sleep is so important. Let's move over to the creative code. Do you give yourself creative time? Do you play? Do you have hobbies? Have you abolished them only because you don't have enough time? Go ahead and write down if you're not having enough time with your creative time. Now, for some people, creative time might be reading a book. Some people, it might be painting. Some people, it might be doing something outside in nature. Whatever creative time means to you, acknowledge it. How are you rating yourself with your creative time? This is one of my favorite. Anything I do has got to be fun. If you come to any of my retreats, any of my lunch and learns, hopefully even this webinar, you're finding it to be interesting, exciting, and fun, that your mind is opening up and you are having some new ideas come to you. So how is your fun life? What do you do for fun? What, obviously coming to a webinar is not the most fun, but what do you do that inspires fun? Do you go out with friends? Do you have a social life? Do you end up doing something creative? Do you do things that you enjoy to do? Do you make the time? Do you schedule it in? How is your fun life? Then we go over to our relationships. The most important thing I can share with you and that I teach clients is their relationship with themselves and being the best version of themselves every day. No matter what happens during the day, that night, I go to sleep and I say, tomorrow's going to be an even better day. I am going to be an even better person. And I work strong and hard on my self-discipline, on my virtues, and my availability to being the best person I can be. And that's a whole program unto itself. But all of my programs do touch upon all these areas because I find these all so important and relevant. The next one is partner. Now for you, that might not be important. Partner, though, could be a partner at home. It could be your children, scratch it out, right? Your children. It could be your partner in business. It could be a soul partner or somebody who you haven't met yet. So rate that. However, whatever is important to you right now, whatever you want most in your life that you may not be seeing, write that down and rate it so that you can work on it. It's those things that we don't work on that keeps us at a low-lying vibration, that keeps us unhappy, my friends. Don't be afraid of things that aren't showing up strong for you. It's great. It's great to acknowledge those things and to be able to step forward and start taking action on them. I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you will spring into action. There's no reason for you to sit back anymore. Our so-called soul code, again, has 10 areas. Inner peace. Now, I can tell you when I was at my rock bottom, inner peace was not part of my mantra. I did not have any part of inner peace. I was done. It was at this point, and I'm going to share with you something very, very personal because I want to be really authentic with you, and I want you to know that you can trust in me as well. In 2009, I got an email from my spouse that he wanted me to move out. He wanted to date other people. He showed me homes that he wanted me to move into. that were not very humble homes compared to where I lived. And I do live humbly, and I think that it's a beautiful place, but I lived on the intercoastal, boats, beach houses, vacations, skiing. I lived a completely different life at that point than what I was being told I would now live. And I worked hard to get myself to that point too, with ad agencies and doing direct sales companies and things of that nature. Obviously contributing to a life of 3 girls and community service as well. So my inner peace at that moment was at an all-time low. If your inner peace is not where it can be, I'm going to also give you some URLs where you can connect with me via my website so that you can schedule in a 10-minute complimentary call. I don't want anybody leaving this call today without inner peace or a place to go up. The next one of my soul code that I find so important is trust, and trust of ourselves. And many people say they trust themselves, but do you trust yourself? Is your word impeccable? Do you live by your word? Do you live by your word for yourself? Many people say, of course I do. And then when I start talking about living by their word and the 4 agreements, they find themselves not living by the 4 agreements and being impeccable. And its perfect example would be if any of these things on this wheel are not 100% for you. Because if those things are impeccable to what you want in your life and you are not giving yourself that, then your word of what you want for yourself is not 100%. And now don't fray on that, because the truth is nobody has it. But we need to expand out where you are now so that you are living in a bigger, stronger, higher vibration, so that your trust of your own word, the impeccability of your own word, raises and expands out. I'd like you to write down the top 3 areas that you just saw. Oh, before we do that, let's just go back. Go ahead and connect your dots from each of these areas and see if your amoeba, I call it amoeba, doesn't look something like this or something funky. Whether it looks as big as this or something as tight as this, it doesn't matter. Every day we have a place that we can expand. So go ahead and write down those top 3 areas you want to improve. And I want to ask you, when is a good time now to start? It's all about taking action, isn't it? I'd love for you to play a little game with me now. Champions all, I'd like you to fill in the blank. What do champions all do? I say champions all take action. If I studied all the world leaders, business advocates, top speakers, what they all had in common was they all took action to win. And if an opportunity wasn't there, they built the door. I'm going to give you a door that's going to show you how in just 30 days, your simple steps to action are going to build a happier, healthier life for you and a stronger vibration. What is your definition of happiness? Everybody has a different definition, but I'm just going to share with you mine. Write down yours. What is your definition of happiness? Mine is that happiness is a choice. It's not a result. Nothing will make you happier until you choose to be happy. That's when we get into that mindset thing. That's where we talk about that feeling of gratitude and working in gratitude. That was, my friends, the number one thing that I did to change my life, going from rock bottom to top. It wasn't about working out more. It wasn't about eating right. I started with my mindset. I started with gratitude. I started by setting intentions. I started by working on my self-discipline. The 4 agreements was something that changed my life. Wayne Dyer, Manifest Your Destiny, changed my life. The Purpose-Driven Life by Warren changed my life. There's just so many important things, and it's not about who you are. I'm sorry, it's not about what you're doing right now. It's about who you are inside of you. What is your definition of playing it safe? Playing it safe is what? I say playing it safe is nothing short of boring. It means that you're not taking chances, you're not taking risks, you're not doing something new for yourself. You've got to do it now. You've got to be ready always to be better, healthier, stronger, and align yourself with where you want to be. I'm going to show you how we can change those habits. This is one of the #1 tools that my clients have found to be successful in changing their lifestyle over. We're going to match you up. So there's 3 R's of habits. 1 is reminder, 2 is routine, and 3 is reward. Now I want to tell you, I did not create this. I found this. I found lots of tools. I found a tool called Ho'oponopono, which is an ancient Sanskrit done in Hawaii that changes over your whole feeling of forgiveness. There's lots of tools. I can't dive into all my toolbox with you right now, but I'm going to give you some of the main ones. And changing our habits is one of the main ones. This is the cue that gets you going. The 3 R's are the framework that has been proven over and over again that changes behavioral psychology inside your thinking mind. So here's what we do. We've got our three steps. We are going to make them healthy reminders. First of all, I write the word healthy because right then and there, you're doing something on the positive side. So let's always use a vibration or a word that shows us a vibration of higher and positivity. So let's use an example of a growling belly. So your reminder is that your belly is growling. Now, you can have tons of different reminders and tons of different routines that you're involved in, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's use a simple one of a growling belly. It's lunchtime. If you didn't eat before you came on this webinar, your belly is growling. So you go to the kitchen. That is the routine, right? You're hungry. You got to go get the food, or you're driving. You stop off at that fast food market. What's the reward? It's either a reward or a sabotage. You find something to eat. So that something to eat is either going to be a reward or it's going to be something of a sabotage. If it's in your kitchen and you bought only healthy things, then you've got great go-tos. If you're not prepared and you're out on the road, you don't have a lunchbox, you don't stop at a healthy place, well, then it's completely different, right? So maybe it tasted good right there. Well, maybe that was your reward at that very moment. But how did you feel after you're done with it? You're looking at the wrapper, you're thinking, God, I just ate 850 calories, 40,000 calories of fat, tons of salt, and then within a half hour, you're sluggish, you're not feeling good, your belly's aching, you're tired, you're cranky, nothing's working good. William Jennings Bryan said, destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. So is happiness, right? That's what I just told you. Happiness is a matter of choice. He says it is not a thing to be waited for, it is a thing to be achieved. I even say it's not a thing to be waited for, it's a thing to activate. You've got to activate all systems go in order to receive. So here's how it looks. Wow, this slide got really messed up. So you've got your habit. You're going to look at your reminder of your habit, something that you already do, like waking up. This is how you do your 3 steps to a healthy habit. You're going to write down the things that you're already doing. For instance, you're laying down, you wake up, your eyes open, your cell phone is there, it's beeping. So right then and there, we're going to say, in order to remind ourselves to journal, we're going to put our book right next to our cell phone. So instead of looking at our text messages and our emails and see who's up and who's wrote what on Facebook, we're going to just start our morning doing our journaling. So you make the choices and you have to stick with them. You have to be in the mindset that this is what is best for you, because you're done with being where you are. Your why is greater than the adversities that are holding you back. Those are simply not acceptable anymore. We get through those. So you choose the healthy habit and you make it easy to start with. Don't do 10 things at one time, just do one, like journaling. Make it so easy you can't say no, says Leo Babauta. Make it so easy you can't say no. And don't stop doing it for 30 days. Now, some of us need some accountability, and that's what's really great about the program that I'm going to share with you at the end, because it's a simple accountability program that gets you moving and grooving. And don't forget the reward. The last step is the reward, right? You got to have the reward. And we're not going to do a sabotage, we're going to do a reward. So after you do something really great like your journaling, then take yourself and say, I am great. I'm proud of myself. Reward yourself. Look in the mirror and say, wow. Now, I did tell you I was going to also share with you my 17-minute metabolic workout. There's usually 4 different things that we do in the workout. Here's a couple of depictions of a bunch of different exercises. As you can clearly see, you don't even need a gym, you don't need equipment. And whether you're 5 pounds overweight or 200 pounds overweight, you can modify all these exercises that you could do right at your bedside or in your hotel room or at your office so that you can keep yourself moving. And so we're going to be giving you lots of videos, and I have videos on my YouTube, just a few. It's all about getting started and moving. As you can see here, I had people of all different energy sizes and exercise availabilities. And some people did the plank like I did, the side plank with their hip down. Some people had a knee down. It's all okay. Some people did a running man, and some people simply touched their toe, tapping it. It's perfect. You got to do what you can do and know that you're just at the beginning stages, and every day you get stronger. I just started working out again. I'm doing a spin class because I can't lift weights because of my neck and shoulder. But I got to tell you something. I started in and I was burning like 250, maybe 300 calories in that hour. Yesterday, I'm excited. I flew by somebody. I came in number 3 in the class, that little competitive devil in me. And I burnt over 600 calories in that 1 hour. I doubled it. I doubled it down in just 5 weeks. It's all about getting better each day and staying focused. When you sign up for my programs, I really get into how to eat so that you don't have food cravings. The problem that people have, the challenges that people are having, is that food cravings overtake you. And so it's hard to win. It's not your fault if you have crazy food cravings. Raise your hand if you're having salt or sugar or bread and carbs. I was there, I get it. But changing over and doing some of my things such as the lemon and the apple cider vinegar and moringa When your body has the nutrients at the cellular level, you will not have cravings. When you are aligned with healthy habits from the moment you wake up, I can tell you, you can go to that luncheon and you're not going to crave that brownie that's filled with whatever, raspberries and ice cream surrounding it for dessert. Why? Because for breakfast, you had a delicious, rich chocolate protein shake that was bioavailable and nutrient for you. You're not going to need another chocolate drink. So I hope you've enjoyed the Healthy Habit Changing Guide that I shared with you. I hope you can see that using a food combining chart and eating the right foods and drinking the right amount of water will help you at the cellular level. That not having to work out for an hour at a time and going on a treadmill going nowhere is necessary, that you can do it anywhere in just 17 minutes. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and write down my website if you haven't been there yet, BeccaTbon.com, and get yourself a little extra bonus while we're here. Your mobile phone, I'm sure, is right by your side. You can go into your app store right now while I'm talking to you and download the Becca T-Bon Fitness. Every month we do different trainings. This month was one of my most fabulous trainings, and it actually coincides with the launch of one of my programs. So I want to share that with you because I believe that once we can see that we are from a place that has so much opportunity to grow, as you saw on the flow chart, it's now time to take the action yourself. So where do we go from here? There's such good news, and it's so simple. I've developed a program called the 30-Day Spring into Action Breakthrough that does align your mind and helps you to get started healing your health. It is the very simplest, quickest, and easiest program that you can do with me to stay in my coaching. It is a 30-day online group coaching, and there's tons of benefits. But I want to share with you the intention behind it. The intention was to help you to align your mind so that you can truly begin to start healing your health and getting in the best shape, both internally and externally. I really want to help people at any level to value themselves and to feel better. And you are included. You, as my friend, I want to take you to a place where you haven't been or haven't been in a long time. It's a tool that helps improve self-discipline. And when your self-discipline is raised, your self-esteem is raised. When your self-esteem is raised, everything around you, people respond to you differently. Your sales will go up. How people talk to you. Don't put yourself on the sales rack anymore. You are a non-negotiable asset. In this, I share doable tools and secrets that are science-based. And you know what? At the end of the day, isn't it all about having fun? It is. It is all about having fun. Here's what you get in the 30-day guide. It's doable, healthy, daily action guide. It's simple. You can do it in 1 minute, or you can write your heart away. Whatever works for you, you're going to start doing your action guide. I bring you 30-day science-based meals, so it takes a no-brainer, even for those of you who don't like to cook, who get most of your stuff out of the house. I'm working with a guy that was over 500 pounds. In 2 weeks, he's lost 14 pounds. The bigger you are, the faster the weight comes off. But here's what I did. He doesn't cook. I'm showing him through my Savvy Supermarket Shopping Spree program exactly what he can buy for some pre-packaged cooking things like turkey and chicken and meats and things and fish that are not high in sodium, that are healthful, that he can add into salads, and how he can make a couple things, and he is. I'm so proud of him. It has yummy, delicious juicing and blending recipes. For those of you who don't have a juicer, don't worry. You don't have to go out and buy a juicer. Juicing recipes into blending and yummy recipes for blending into your smoothies so that you can crush your cravings on those sweets and carbs and lose the weight. I got to tell you, that's one of my single favorite tools. Again, we have this fabulous gratitude journal that guides you step by step. We're going to work on that flow decoder so that by the end of 30 days, your place where you started is not even close to where you're finishing. And then to make it a little bit more fun, I've added 4 mini workout challenges. And they're only based on 17 minutes a day. Some of them, if you go super fast, you can even do it in less. So whether you're squatting or you can't squat, bad knees, bad back, bad shoulder, you'll be able to do these type of challenges, and we'll modify them. In this 30-day program, there's no deprivation. You're going to learn the secrets to feeling full and being satiated while you eat and not overindulging. You're going to have more energy because you're eating the right things at the right time. People tell me that they feel better and have more energy and aren't having those afternoon blahs within 3 days. And also that stomach, if you have that achy stomach, which I had all my life, and then even a couple years ago, I went to a holistic doctor and they said I needed to change a couple of things. I'm like, what? Now, I thought that little bit of pain was acceptable. I now live with no pain. I thought, compared to what I had, that was fine. But you do not have to have pain, anxiety. If you're drinking coffee, we got to talk. I'm going to bring you accountability. We have a membership-only page on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, then I'll share with you another way that you could be accountable with me through my mobile app. And then lastly, we're going to be doing live coaching with you. So your hands are held. I have great reviews from my clients. I have been a coach for over 30 years. That really dates me, I know. But it's a place that I am so proud of. So here's what it looks like. You get the 30-day menu planner, healthy recipes, the workouts. I'm going to guide you on pH balancing. Did you know that in a pH balanced body that is not acidic nor overly alkaline, that disease cannot be bred? This is your action guide to gratitude. We're going to move you through with our mini fitness challenges, changing over your habits, how you're feeling, and giving you those weight loss tips. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to make a scheduler that is non-negotiable. So you're going to get your yummy recipes, your juices, and your smoothies. This program is valued at $497. And today you can have it for $197 by typing in a code A2W. The letter A, the 2, and the lowercase w. So, my friends, it's all about elimination. The elimination diet. You need to remove the anger, remove the regret, resentment, the guilt, the blame, the shame, and the worry. And then watch how your health and your life improves. Here is that URL that I wanted to promise you. It is bit.ly/talktobecca. Whatever your needs are, whether you're needing your handhelds in a bad situation at home or at work, whether you're not sure that this program is right for you now, whatever it is, and you want to talk to me about it, go for it. This is my own personal affirmation circle. You're going to learn how to make some of these things in some of my other programs. Remember, if you take care of the inside, the outside will take care of itself. So these are the things that I have been able to achieve in my last 30 years of life. I'm really proud of some of these amazing blogs that I get to write for and newscasts that I've been on, TV shows. If you're ready to take action, and I bet you are, because there's no time like now, you can get the program that I just shared with you right here at beccatbon.com/30D. Again, it's beccatbon.com 30D. I'm just so grateful for you coming on here today. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. And I'm sure that you got a lot out of this. I'm looking forward to the next step with you and seeing you on my 30-day Spring into Action breakthrough.